welcome back to 12 Days of Divas. This is day 5 and our artist is Mariah Carey. The song we will be unpacking is Vision of Love. So we're going to start with the sounds, the two vowel sounds that Mariah Carey makes at the beginning. And we're going to work in extremes here and then dial our way back. So what I want you to do first is place your finger right here, and then I want you just to give me a swallow. What I want you to focus on is that little tiny knot that you feel go up and down. What we want to do first is feel the knot at the bottom and then see if we can hang on to that position on the word whoa. So for example, whoa, whoa, stay down there with it, whoa. That's going to be our first position. Now we're going to do the swallow and we're going to try to hold it at the top, like a kid teasing at the playground. Knee, knee, now my knot is up here. So let's practice moving between whoa and knee. Whoa, knee, whoa, knee. Those are the two placements that we are going to use for the first part. So let's start with whoa and then follow me, and as we ascend, we're going to go to knee. Practice with me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Switch to knee. Knee, 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 knee. Now we're going to do knee into whoa. Knee, 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 whoa. We're staying whoa and then go back to knee. Whoa, knee, 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 whoa. Now let's plug some words into that. So remember, those are our filters that we're working through, and we're working on the extremes, and then we're going to dial it in. So we're starting from our whoa placement, and then we're going to our knee, but this time we're using our words through those placements as a filter. Here we go. And treating me kind, sweet destiny, carried me through desperation to the one that was waiting for me. Now those are really extreme. What if we kind of brought those edges in a little bit and see if we get a little bit closer to what Mariah does with it? Here we go. Ready? And treating me kind, sweet destiny, carried me through desperation to the one that was waiting for me. So that's part 1. Play with your whoa and your knee. Part 2 is when the verse comes back through and opts up the octave. So there are 2 things that are tricky there. The first one is that it starts on the word prayed. Now, when we have a P, sometimes we can pressurize that P right here, and that's actually going to make it a little bit more difficult in this song. So what I want you to do is puff your cheeks and pressurize your P right here. So practice this with me. I want you to say prayed, and I want you to notice and feel it coming from here, and then I want you to puff up your cheeks and say prayed. So go prayed, 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 prayed. Notice that when we puff up the cheeks, we relieve a little bit of the pressure on the throat. So when we approach the word prayed through the nights, we want to make sure that we puff the cheeks on prayed. Then the other thing that you want to do is make sure that you have a little bit of ah in your eye on nights. Because if you don't, here's what it could do. Pray through the nights. That came out, but that was not comfortable. If I add a little bit of A in that I and puff my cheeks, whole lot easier. Pray through the nights. Part 3 are a couple of things that Mariah does to bring a little bit more fullness into her sound. One of the things that she does is sometimes she will dip into the bottom before she pops to the top to get a little bit of the thickness of the bottom to pull to the top with her. So, for example, on Had to Be Strong, instead of singing, had to be strong, what she sings is, had to be strong. So by starting with strong, she gives herself a little bit of fullness down here before she goes up to strong. Then the second thing is a bend into the word so, which also adds a little more fullness of sound. So I believed And there you go. There are 3 Mariah tools. Mariah's bonus feature I'm going to tell you, but not teach you because it's an entirely different lesson. And that is those whistle tones that she can accomplish. If you don't know what I'm talking about, listen to the end of her song, Someday. You'll hear them all over the place there. Stay tuned as my radiator and I come back tomorrow for another Day of Divas.